Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskar. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Cancer's Soul Path reading for June of 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heart sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everyone to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising sign for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also feel free to check out the mid-month readings that I offer here, as well as the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. I also have to add that this time of year, the end of May, beginning of June, marks the 1-year anniversary of the channel here and of me doing tarot readings on YouTube. So yeah, 1-year anniversary of the channel Om Oracle Tarot, and I want to send a big sense of gratitude and thank you out to everyone who has been playing the videos, everyone who is sticking with me and still hanging out. You're most appreciated, and I couldn't do it without you. So again, thank you. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there may be moments of silence, while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you sense within yourself, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. As we are not together in the physical, I am connecting to your energy. In a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. I also have to say that it is allergy season, so I do apologize ahead of time if I cough or sneeze during the reading. The pollen count is out of control right now, so I do apologize. All right. We have the Queen of Wands, the Magician card, the Knight of Wands, Judgment, and the 7 of Cups at the bottom. So, with the Queen of Wands, it appears that you're kind of taking a strong stance. You're kind of saying to yourself, the universe, those around you, that you are wanting to create something. You're wanting something for your life that is not necessarily present at the moment, and you're kind of putting your foot down. You're kind of drawing this line in the sand and being like, I want what I want, and I'm going for what I want here. And you have your light and dark energy balanced, so you're in a powerful position here, and you're moving with this Queen of Wands energy kind of in this magician mode here. So I feel you taking inspired action towards what in a way it feels like you feel there is some restriction from you attaining this in your immediate vicinity, in your reality here. And so this is why you're making this hard stance about this. But it is this stance that has you moving forward in a very powerful, very strong way. And you know within yourself that you have the skills, the abilities to make whatever this dream is come to fruition, and you're determined to not be deterred from your path here. You have everything it takes to accomplish your goal here. And you begin to shoot out like this Knight of Wands. You have some speed about you. You're definitely inspired as you move forward here. And it does kind of feel like you are embarking on this journey here. This is, in a lot of ways, what was spoken about in the past couple readings about what the summer had to offer you. You're now riding towards that in June here. And with the Judgment card, this is kind of a rebirth here. You're kind of being birthed this stronger, more confident version of yourself. You are heeding the inner call of the divine. I feel like this, or the ancestors, your spirit guides, whatever your path is, and this is why you're making this hard stance, is because you're following your inner compass and really letting that be your guide here. So there is this renewal energy taking place for you. There's also an awakening taking place, and I feel like we will get a little bit more about what that is specifically. At the bottom, we have the Seven of Cups here. So I feel like in June, you're kind of extricating yourself out of some illusions. This feels like an illusionary boundary, but it feels like you almost have to make this declaration and draw this line in the sand. And it's like that act is what gives you this momentum forward energetically. It's like subconsciously, your subconscious is paying very close attention to that line in the sand. But there is some illusions taking place, at least at the beginning of June. And I feel like once you get rolling forward, it kind of clears up. A lot of this illusions has to do with some options. So you have a few different, at the beginning of June, a few different options of where you could put your energy. And you kind of realize wherever you put your energy is going to determine the course of your life here. So you're like, well, if I'm going to do that, then it's going to be what I want it to be, not what everyone else is trying to get me to do, or whatever that is for you. All right, let's get a little bit more information. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. All right, we have the map. 2 more cards, please. All right. Bottom to the top, huh? Okay. Oh my gosh, this is way too many. All right, this is what we're going to do. All right. Interesting. All right. So we have, I guess we'll condense them down. We have the map, Scrying Eye Oracle, Heaven, the Owl, Voyage of Narrow Escape, Elder Wisdom, Bright Creative Union, Hidden Forest Heroes, and Through the Porthole. At the bottom, we have the Death Rider of Despair here. So with the map out here, this is an indication you know where you're going. And I feel like when you draw this line in the sand, you actually embark on this journey of this map here. This is also indication with this move, you're on the right track, and don't second guess this. Okay, naturally you're going to second guess this, but the Spirit is wanting you to know that you are on the right track, and try not to let doubt kind of creep in on you. But you know which way to go on this. I feel like part of it, you know which way to go because you've kind of done something similar to this before, so you know which way not to go. This may not be the same activity, project, whatever this is for you. But the similar rules still apply. Where was this? With the Scrying Eye Oracle, you are getting this foresight kind of into the future. You're also being able to kind of see through some of these illusionary options, seeing what doesn't resonate with you, or what I feel like no longer resonates with you. Um, but you have a unique perspective, and this is why you're being able to do this in the way that you're doing it. Now, you understand what that means. I'm not really sure what the Spirit is meaning by that, but you are seeing things in a very kind of fresh way. It's like you're getting this new vision of yourself here. This is also indication that you are most likely in heavy communication with the spirits, your ancestors, the divine, whatever that may be for you. We have heaven. Now, these readings are not religious specific. This is talking about this, the vibration of this, like this highest realm, this kind of blissed out mode here. So you know that this is a possibility for you. There's an opportunity for this, and you feel this bliss kind of around the corner here. And it's kind of like you can see yourself in this, but it's kind of like, how do I get there? It is this line in the sand that gives you this map here, and you just know. There's a knowing about this. But you know this kind of euphoria, this blissed out kind of ecstatic type of thing here is available, and it feels like it's just out of reach for you at the beginning of June here. But with the owl, you have the ability to see through the darkness, see through any illusions. I feel like there may be someone that, well, there's definitely someone who is trying to dissuade you from making this action, and this is why you have to make this strong stance and draw this line in the sand, is because someone is challenging this for you, and you're like, I don't think so. And again, this is your life to live. Are you living your life based on somebody else's desires or rules or things like this? Or are you coming authentically here? And I feel as a Cancer, you're wanting to really come as authentic as you possibly can in any moment here. So this is why this strong stance is so important, and it's a very powerful switch over. And we have Voyage of Narrow Escapes. Like it says, you are getting out of something by making this, taking this firm stance. But it's like you just got out of there. I feel like you feel that. I feel like there may be other areas where you feel like you kind of slipped the noose in some form or fashion, where you just got out of there. And this might be dealing with some of this darkness that you're able to see through here. And again, you are moving forward pretty quickly here. You're trying to put some space in between you and whatever was holding you back from making this move here. We have elder wisdom. So your elders in your family or your community may be in your ear with some advice, maybe more than you actually want here. But do pay attention, because there is some information being passed on to you from elders around you that the Spirit is really wanting you to take note of and kind of put in your back pocket for this journey here. And a bright creative union. So this is kind of indicating that you won't be alone on your journey. You're coming together with those of a like mind, like intent, and kind of drawing your resources, your gifts, your creative energy, and kind of bringing it all together to help enrich other people's life and kind of spread love and positivity through this team dynamic here. So this is definitely a team that you're already kind of harmonizing with, and you may not even be with them or know these people yet, but it's like your vibe attracts your tribe, and that's kind of what you're doing in June as well. But there is a celebratory energy, so I definitely feel there is some exuberance surrounding this. There might even be some celebration surrounding this. Whatever this is that you're putting together with this team, there's going to be a public presentation of this. So this might actually be at a celebration where this is presented here for some of you. We have hidden forest heroes here. So the spirit is coming in and aiding you in a lot of ways that you just will not see. But do know that the spirit is around you all the time and kind of helping you out. I feel like this goes for all of us, but a lot of times we are blind to this and we do the opposite things, and that's when the spirit checks us. But you are receiving some unexpected help, so I feel the synchronicities and these auspicious moments and signs will be plentiful for you in June. The Spirit's wanting you to also know that you are protected, because to kind of take this hard stance, to draw this line in the sand, you are kind of taking this leap of faith in that way, and hoping that the divine in your dream kind of catches you here. It feels like it does. And you find yourself going through this porthole here with the card through the porthole. So this is a rite of passage for you. It's like energetically, you have to take this strong stance and make this declaration to those around you and the universe that this is what I want, and I'm not settling for less. Now, I feel you say, I'm not settling for less anymore here. So that's kind of an indication of where you're coming from here. But you are shifting energies as you move forward. It's like this flip of the coin here, and you're kind of becoming this kind of new creature energetically, because I feel you in more of a passive kind of mode before this. But this strong stance is a different face of the coin, you could say, that people may not be prepared for. But in doing this, you are passing a big spiritual test, and there really is no going back. It's like once you make this declaration, your emotion to the ocean here. So you are going through. And at the bottom here, we have the Death Rider of Despair here. So I feel like this is kind of speaking about where you're coming from and why you are finally like, no, I'm drawing this line. This is what it is. Deal with it. Because you're kind of coming from this place of loss and grief, perhaps feeling some hopelessness of not knowing how you were going to either get out of this past situation or get to your dreams. You may have felt like you were lacking some resource or time. So you may have felt like some depression during this. This may have caused you to kind of lose some faith in yourself. This may have also brought about some shame. So these types of feelings is kind of what is causing you to draw this line in the sand. And you're like, not today. Not anymore is really what you're saying here. So let's condense this a little bit if we can. Make sure I press record. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. Just 3. Thank you. All right. We have the World card, the Knight of Cups, And all right, Justice card and the 10 of Wands. Let's scooch. At the bottom, we have the Star card. Well, that's good. All right. With the World card, you drawing this line in the sand is marking the successful completion of this old cycle here. These kind of lower vibrational shadow energies. This is marking this completion here. And this is actually a big achievement for you because it's like now you have this freedom. You can kind of go after the life that you want here. Because I feel you shooting for a certain achievement that you feel like is kind of long overdue for you. So you are shooting out for that. You're shooting your shot for that. And I feel you finding fulfillment on this. This is successful for you. We have the Knight of Cups, so you are moving forward in a very creative way. We have a few cards indicating that whatever you're doing is of a creative nature, but you're really moving forward in a very strong, I don't know why the word charismatic is coming to mind, but that may resonate with some of you. But you're moving forward in a really beautiful way with this beautiful kind of energy about you. The divine has your back on this. And you're really moving forward with this cup of your heart's desire really held high here. So you're proud of this move. And we have the Justice card, and it does appear that justice is being weighed in your favor. But it's like you had to take this strong stance in order energetically for the universe to respond here. I feel like this is kind of long overdue for you to take this hard stance. But in doing so, you're getting what's owed to you, what's fair to you, and finding balance here. We have the 10 of Wands here, so this is another card indicating a completion here, and this is kind of this completion of this hard work that I feel like you have been doing internally. Like I said, this is kind of the successful completion is kind of this closing a chapter, and this is kind of starting this new chapter, this new beginning for you. But you have put in a lot of hard work internally on yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, and you knew you had a responsibility to yourself in your future to kind of get yourself tuned up here and ready for whatever this is. You kind of energetically felt that something like this was coming here. So you are kind of prepared on a subconscious level. We have the Star card here. So do pay attention to the planets, the transits, the moon cycles. This can help you out with the timing of things. And you can also utilize these energies to your benefit. And just for the sake of the moons, what do we got? June 4th is a full moon, and June 18th is a new moon. So you may be making this hard stance around June 4th here, in and around that time period. So do pay attention to those time periods. But this is, again, with this renewal energy. This sparks a lot of renewal. It's like you have this faith in yourself now. You know, you've made this declaration. You feel the grace of the divine on you here. And you are feeling good. I kind of feel like perhaps in May or in April, you may have been physically not feeling well. And this may have to do with emotionally not feeling super great all the time, but I do feel you moving forward feeling very good. So this kind of changes a lot. I feel some of you may also be kind of changing your diet, maybe filtering some things out. Here, with the Star card, you're also receiving a lot of intuitive, spiritual messages and communication at this time, and a lot of inspiration here moving forward. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. All right. All right. In transit. You are in transit. Winter sowing. So we have the in transit. So this is a kind of a transitory period. This is kind of this. It's kind of an in between. I feel like this is more of a beginning, but you are in motion here, and really blooming as you do so. We have winter sowing here. So I feel like this hard cycle that is coming to its completion, I feel like has kind of been going for you all winter, kind of underneath. You may not let anyone else know that you're kind of going through this, but you've kind of been sowing the seeds of this freedom since kind of the beginning of winter. We could say November, December. You've been trying to get this something going, and you've definitely felt kind of some drag in the energy where it's not moving forward. And I feel like you are pinpointing the source of the drag here and making a firm stance against that here. All right, please give us 2 cards for what is Cancer's inner climate like, what is Cancer's inner landscape like for their soul path for June of 2023. Timber Wolf. Thank you. White Pelican. All right. We have Timberwolf, instinct. So you are kind of relying on your instinct, your intuition, quite a bit actually. Guidance. Then this is where you're receiving this guidance. You're following the guidance of your inner compass here, your inner heart. Belonging. So there's a couple things where you're kind of leaving. I feel like you are kind of leaving someplace. You have come to the place where you realize, like, I don't really belong here. It's like you're a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. And I feel like you've been trying to fit into this hole or this shape that someone else has decided you need to fit into. And in doing so, you realize, I don't belong in in this shape. I don't belong here. Excuse me. So we have order here. So things are coming to order, and I feel like it is you that is bringing things to order. Your voice has your voice and your energy commands power, and I feel like you don't really utilize that. You're not trying to be pushy with that power. You know that you have it, but the Spirit is saying right now is when you kind of want to take that out. It's time to speak up. We have the White Pelican. So moving forward, you have more of an ease about you. Definitely a lot of optimism moving forward, and grace. Grace is on your side. You are wind assisted in this, and cooperation. You, whatever your path is, you are cooperating with a team here, and I feel like you are also cooperating and co-collaborating with the universe and the spirits here as well. All right, please give us 3 cards for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. All right. Thank you. So we have drug, dragged. So like I said, you feel there's a drag in the energy, the drag in the line here. And you're kind of feeling dejected like this person here on the card here. And then we have another moon. So again, pay close attention to the timing of those the moon cycles. Drug dragged. So you may be dealing with someone who has perhaps a drug issue, substance issue, or you may find yourself having to extricate yourself out of something like that as well. I kind of feel like it is a little bit of both. So there is a few sources of the drag. The situation you're in is not conducive for you to flourish. And some of the activities that you may be engaged with are also creating this drag in the line as well. I feel like you are sussing that out here. Then we have drink gold. So you may be doing some sort of detox, kind of clearing out your system. Again, earlier I said you might be changing up your diet. This may be all part of this. You're kind of doing this overhaul on your life, and any way where you can improve your experience as a human on Earth in your life, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do all of these things and make my life as possibly good as I can make it. And in this way, you're kind of drinking this gold. Door to the Akashic records. So with this, with this scrying eye oracle, you are in some, it feels like kind of pretty strong level of communication with the spirit, your ancestors, your spirit guides. And you are receiving these kind of what I feel like visual downloads, and kind of peering beyond the veil. And the spirit is showing you something about the Akashic records. It's showing you something about past lives, and how in this life, in your past life, there was something unfinished. And you've kind of felt this urge towards whatever that is for a majority of your life here. You're kind of receiving this information from the spirit that this yearning is something that was unfulfilled in a past life. And this is kind of the positive karma kind of running off as you get into this here. And this is really going to help you move forward spiritually here. Now, this is not all you're receiving, but this is a big chunk here. Whatever you're doing, like you've done before. Only this time you know what not to do, like I said earlier. Subconsciously, you know these things. All right. Please give us 2 cards for what is on Cancer's soul path for June of 2023. Scales. All right. And the Architect. So with the scales are weighing in your favor. And again, you are weighing some things out, and I feel like a lot of things out in your life, and being like, this stays, this goes. This stays, this goes. This needs to be improved. This is doing okay. So you are weighing these things in your life, and if they don't weigh out, then they got to go. Here, and the Architect here. So there is a divine design to your, not just this life, but your existence, your soul existence, from lifetime to lifetime here. And I feel like in this lifetime is your lifetime where you are stepping into this co-creator, this co-architect with the divine and with the universe. and creating something here. Now, it is kind of unclear what is being created here. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but it does appear to be of a very creative nature, something that's kind of for everybody. I don't feel like necessarily, let's say, I don't feel like this is like a meal where you make it and, a couple people enjoy it. I feel like this is something that is kind of enjoyed by a lot of people here. So this is something that is being presented here to a larger group of people. You may be doing this on the internet. You may be doing this in your community. Something like this is being presented, something creative. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Cancers with for what is on their soul path for June of 2023? 3 cards, please. All right. All right, we have the Page of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Temperance card. So you are finding new ways to communicate, definitely. You're drawing this, with this sword, you're drawing this hard line in the sand here. Really using your voice in a commanding kind of way here. I kind of feel this sense you've had enough. You've been pushed to this point to where you're like, okay, I'm drawing this line. Enough is enough. So you are finding new ways to communicate here. Also moving forward, I feel you very studious. I feel whatever you're engaged with, you are very skilled at, but there's always room to learn more. And so you are also having this beginner's mind about whatever you're doing. This is really going to be of benefit to you. Now, whatever you're working on, this has a lot to do with your spirituality. There's a large emotional component in whatever this presentation, whatever this creativity is taking place. And moving forward, you are feeling more emotionally balanced, more centered. Excuse me. And with this line in the sand, I don't feel like you, and using your voice in a commanding way, I don't feel like you're being funky style with anybody. But you are being very diplomatic about it. It's very cut and dry of like, this just doesn't work. And so this is kind of the energy. You're doing it in a compassionate way. You're not being cold about it, but you are saying like, this is what I want. This is what I want my life to be like. We have the Temperance card. So you are, I feel like, stepping closer to your purpose here. You are seeking some, I feel like, heavy assistance or intervention from the spirit. But the spirit is wanting you to use patience at this time. You're moving forward very fast here. You might miss a couple things if you move too fast here, because and I feel like this is speaking to these options that are going to bubble up for you. The divine is mixing up a special option for you, something that is exactly what you've been wanting here. But if you move too fast, you might miss this one and mistake it for one of these others. So it's like in the Indiana Jones movie, choose wisely. But moving forward, your heart is open, your crown is illuminated, your intuition is really lit at this time. You're kind of in between worlds as far as metaphysically speaking. And this new day is dawning for you. With the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom, you are changing where you have been giving your energy to in this place that you feel like you don't really fit. You are changing and now giving this energy to your heart's desire here. So there might be some people who have an issue with that. Do expect that. We have the hermit mode. We have the hermit mode. We have the hermit card. I do feel you taking time to yourself. Again, you are looking for some inner guidance. And I feel you definitely doing a lot of meditation at this time. So you are trying to figure out what stays and what goes in this hermit mode here. So meditation will help with this, doing this, what in some ways can be hard introspective work here. Again, you're doing this with your internal environment as well. What stays, what goes, what doesn't belong there, what is this drag in the energy? If it's there, then it's got to go. This is what you're saying here. And it is this act that is creating this level up. You kind of have a 1-2 punch going here as far as level up goes. So again, you are still learning quite a bit. You are educating yourself. I feel like you're taking in a lot of information in perhaps an alternative way. So you may be watching some YouTube tutorials about things and learning things in that way. I feel like also as you're weighing things out, this is also going to come around to your spiritual beliefs, and you're going to start assessing those as well. That is where the internal work may get a little harder, but again, you're on a level up here. So do know that the divine has your back, and it is okay to alter your beliefs if it's not something you actually believe. We have the Page of Pentacles. So there is a lot of opportunities coming up for you and a lot of options. And I feel like really one of these is what you've manifested. But there's going to be a lot of energy that is wanting your attention, is wanting this energy. The universe senses when there is a energy available. Universe, the spirits, whatever, they sense this, and all of a sudden these options find their way at your front door here. Now that's metaphorical. I don't see that actually coming to your front door, but I think you get the point here. We have the Four of Wands. So this is really like you're being called home to yourself, into a place where you really do fit here, and you feel that you fit. Now, I really feel like as a Cancer, you could probably fit anywhere, honestly. But fitting somewhere and fitting someplace comfortably are two different things. So you're moving into this comfort, this home that is of comfort here. And really coming into more harmony. I feel like your community, or at least your soul tribe, is kind of coming out for this homecoming of yours, which is also a metaphor, and really celebrating you because you are you, and because you don't fit there, you fit here. So I think that's a good place to end the reading. Cancers, I want to wish you a lot of love and encouragement for June. This looks fantastic. This is a real strong, powerful stance, a strong movement forward. Looks great. All right. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. However you're taking this in, like I said, once again, you are truly most appreciated. And Cancers, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Bye.